What I liked about boxing is, like I said, as I'm going on this journey, was I love the fact of the one-on-one aspect of it. I didn't really have anyone to, I don't want to say blame, but myself, but I knew that I had to get up and run. I knew that I had to do that extra, whatever was needed. I needed to do those crunches because body punches would be coming at me. I knew that it was me who had to lose 30 pounds in a month. That means I had to eat and drink, which is what I did 30 days before. If I eat and drink once a day for 30 days, it was me. Now the cool thing about that is, because of boxing, and because of that journey, and because of being a solo swimmer, it allowed me also to be a great teammate. As he said, as Adam said before, I was our team captain, our U.S. team captain. Now, that's a team with Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, Chris Bird, all these guys who were very credible champions, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. These guys were coming to me, unanimous as who was their team captain. Well, it's because of the journey and the way I was able to lead by example, not only inside the ring, but outside the ring, the way I would carry myself. That's because I was willing to step out and I was willing to find out. As I became a basketball player in high school, I would be a very, very good teammate. So a lot of people say, oh gosh, I can't, because I'm in boxing, I go crazy being on a team sport. No, that's not true at all. Actually, I like the team aspect of it. I like using the examples and things that I learned in boxing, once again parlaying into other fields, basketball, whatever it is, other, even in business, the teamwork aspect of it. But it's that leaders, it's a form of a leader. And people kind of follow, they don't want to disappoint. But you're also being a go-to guy, because those people, and I can tell you many stories, Oscar, Shane, all these guys would come to me, they would come to my dorm with situations. So when people came at me at that time and they would say, what's your alternative plan? They were thinking, oh, thousands of people want to be champion of the world. And I was thinking, when I would look outside that bus driving downtown, visualizing myself being champion, I was seeing also myself being recognized. I was also seeing it furthering me as a person, evolving and turning into other things. So as I went further and became a really good junior boxer. By the time I was 10 years old, I had things down. Not all the way down. I mean, I was really good. I was opposing individuals, 2-3 years my senior, and very experienced. And this would go on to the junior Olympic stage and go through to 15. By the time I was 15. My theme and what I talk about, everything that I live and breathe, and I found this out once I came up this journey, is my term, which is answer the bell. Answer the bell, to me, is something that I've lived inside the ring, but even more importantly, it's something that I carry and that I also live outside the ring, and it's what I try to inspire people to embrace and dictate their actions and what they do. Answer the bell. I went through a period when I got in high school where I did answer the bell, where I kind of lost myself. When I mean by I lost myself, I was scared to find out my talent, my capabilities, because now I'm 16. That means I'm no longer a junior Olympian. That means a couple of things. That means now I'm going as an amateur. I've been going 2-minute rounds, 3 2-minute rounds. Now I'm going 3-minute rounds, and it came across me just like, it's going, oh gosh, I'm about to do 3-minute rounds. Not only that, I'm doing it against men now. Now we're talking about from, the things were 10, 11 years old, and 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now at 16, I can go, shoot, someone could be 30, years of age, or in their 20s, definitely. thought of that made me, I was intimidated. Now, I had been sparring individuals at the age of 14 and 15, guys, you know, older than me, but something came over me where now I'm sitting in that sparring, and you know, I don't think those guys, even if they were, I don't think, my mindset was maybe they weren't going all out. I'm a little Paul, you know, and you know, they're just working with me. Now I'm scared to find out. So what I did, you guys are gonna laugh about this, I have two idols, two superheroes. Everyone, you know, like Superman, Batman, all these, you know, I have two superheroes in my life, man. Muhammad Ali and Michael Jackson. Those are my two heroes. Before I came here, I was in my office. I was on YouTube looking at Mike. I was looking at MJ stuff on YouTube before I came here. It gets me hyped. You know, I get hyped. That's how I get hyped. Before my fights, even before my fights, they say, "Oh, who you watch? What fight you watch?" I go, "Fights," and they go like, "Well, what gets you hyped up? Like, are you watching like certain fights?" So nah, I go, "I watch concert highlights." And they go, "Concert highlights?" They go, "Concert highlights?" No, they said for your fights. Oh yeah. They go, "What concert highlights?" I go, "Michael Jackson." I watch Michael Jackson's band tour. I go, and I can run everything down. I mean, you know, and Muhammad Ali. The reason why I say Michael Jackson, I thought that was the perfect time for me as I entered high school to kind of lose myself. And back then I had a curl, and I had to throw a curl. I mean, this was you know, I had the actual, the curl, the real Jerry curl, and it was, everything. I mean, just think Thriller video, think everything. I saved my money. Most guys, when they get in high school, they want to save money, work to get a set of wheels so they can go out with girls, they can do whatever, have a set of wheels. I didn't do that. I worked. Coincidentally, at that same YMCA where I started, I worked summer camp. But I worked because I wanted to have the authentic Thriller jacket, the authentic Vaden jacket. I even threw in a nice little black and white 26 zipper Pepsi Cola jacket. I had a glove, a Seton glove that was made. I had the socks. I was Mike. Every day I was dressed up as Mike. And everyone would call me that, MJ. What is he going to wear to school the next day? And I'd show up every day dressed up. Now I'm on a basketball team, and that was cool, but it was just Michael Jackson playing basketball. But the thing as I grew up and what I learned about as I journeyed on was, I still like Michael Jackson as much as ever today, and even before, following but I was hiding behind the glove, no pun, with just one glove now, not two gloves, the sequin glove. By drawing that attention, that made me not have to answer the bell, using my talent that I was blessed to have. It took me away from the position to have to cultivate that talent. I didn't have to oppose that 20-something-year-old person. I didn't have to go through 3 minutes. I was tired thinking about going 3 minutes. We're talking about just additional minute. But just the thought of that made me get like claustrophobic. I wasn't ready to answer the bell. And I would sit there, and I was all in. Through my whole high school career, I was all in MJ. I was all, dressed and whatever. And even though I liked the attention, I wasn't doing anything with it. It wasn't like I was an MJ impersonator and I was going all over the world and I was making money. I wasn't doing anything. But I lived behind that. That was, I lived behind it. Finally, sometime in 1987, I went to a period when I was 19. I'd never been in any kind of trouble or anything like that. Nothing crazy, nothing. But just weird as a kid. But I was nothing crazy. I received a call from an individual, and he was actually the man who I met, who was our executive director at the YMCA. And he said these words to me. I answered the phone. And he was back now living in the Northwest in Washington. And he says, do you want to go to the Olympics when I enter? And I'm like, hello? And they said, do you want to go to the Olympics? And I was like, sure, sounds good. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll go to the Olympics. And so I knew who it was, and we talked, and I knew the one thing about the state of Washington, as a child, going to Las Vegas, I befriended some people who a coach and a team from Tacoma, Washington. So I knew this man who was a great boxer, great fighters, Olympians, everything you name it. So this man, Ron Cheatham on the line, who lived in a small town called Puyallup, Washington, what he was saying to me was, why don't you come here? Why don't you move here, stay with me, I'll give you a job, I'm executive director, basically I can make a way for this happen for you. So now, here's my opportunity to answer the bell. What am I going to do? I haven't done anything. I boxed sparingly. I'll come back for maybe 2 weeks and I'd show you, gosh, you've been away from the ring for whatever, and you're looking, good. But there was only a certain level that I went. I didn't really try to take my talents to the highest. I would come back and get inspired. I'd see something and I'd start jogging, or I'd come back to the ring and I'd spar, I'd look good against some people, against minimal opposition. But I wasn't really stretching my talents that I had, I wasn't that kid who was on that bus visualizing himself being the champion. So when he said it to me, I took it in, and I was like, yeah, it sounds good. I don't know what it is that started triggering me to say, okay, let me start running, because I've been boxing. I've been away for fully, I've been away for about 3.5 years. And I said, let me start running a little bit. Start boxing, and I secretly started doing my thing here in San Diego. Now, time was going by, and I had to make a decision. I was so scared about what was going to happen, meaning the possibilities. I lied to my own mother and father, and I said, once I agreed that I was going to do this, I said that I had a job offer in Washington, and this is where because I had nothing going on here. I was getting to the point of 19, I was 20 now, and I had nothing going on. And I told him I had a job offer, told him I had that. So February 7th, 1988, I moved out to Washington. I didn't take a red-eye flight. I had $99 to my name, but a lot of faith. $99 to my name. I immediately get there, and in 2 weeks I would be in this tournament, this Golden Gloves tournament, against a guy who had not lost ever in Frank Vassar from Spokane, who was a golden boy, kind of like a big deal in Washington. So now I'm coming here, I have no name, no reputation, I'm in a whole different state, and I'm back in my element. Now I've been training, and I was training for 2 weeks. 2 weeks with the new regime in Washington. And my first match is against this guy, Frank Vassar. And I'm like, gosh, this sucks. I come here, I don't even get a chance to even warm up. You know what I mean? I'm right in the mix of things. Against last year's Golden Boy, the Golden Gloves, X, Y, and Z. And I beat him. And it was cool because I won, but it was also cool because it also validated, in a sense, this man who kind of took me in his household, his family, and who's showing faith and he liked me, obviously, and it also with my new coaching staff, and it allowed people to also see the different attributes that I had, which was my key attributes was hand speed, foot movement, and I was in good shape, good condition. More hand speed though at the time. I didn't really, but about hand speed.